What's up, guys? It's Risen here. Today's story time is an interesting one. Let's jump right into it. It happened a year ago, to be exact, and it involves one of my science teachers, two of my science teachers. I have a co-teacher and I have a normal teacher, and I got caught skipping. And the way it's like, what happened sucks, and I'm gonna tell you about it right now. So I didn't feel good. A couple days ago, prior to that, I started feeling like random nausea attacks or whatever, and it was during gym class. And after I got done with gym class, I had science. Then after science, I had lunch. So I went to the cafeteria and put my head down for 5 minutes during passing time. It's like the period before, from going from gym to science, you get 5 minutes to go to your locker. And during that time, I just went to the cafeteria and put my head down for a couple minutes just because I thought it would make me feel better. I was really nauseous and I was starting to develop a headache. So all of a sudden, next thing I know, I'm waking up 30 minutes later and the bell had already rang, obviously. I'm not in class. My class is more than halfway done, and I only have 15 minutes till my class gets out. And I'm like, oh crap, I just skipped class. Like, damn. So I instead of it, and I'm like, okay, well, what do I do now? I felt like absolute dog crap. So I woke up feeling even worse. My headache, you know, my nausea got worse, and I immediately went to lunch line and I got my lunch. And I wasn't going to eat it because I felt like absolute dog crap. But if you get lunch, you can get crackers with your lunch. So I got crackers because crackers help me feel better if I'm nauseous. So, yeah, went over to sit at the table I was sitting at. All of a sudden, the 15 minutes came. Obviously, I was eating my crackers, and the 15 minutes went by pretty quick, and the bell rang, and that's when I had lunch. So I was just sitting there during lunch. My co-teacher walks in, my science co-teacher, and he walks up to me, and he's like, hey, where were you? I was like, something happened, I couldn't attend class. And he was like, so you skipped? And I was like, not on purpose, but yes. And he goes, why did you skip? You want to hang out with your friends? And I was like, no, I wasn't even with my friends. You could check the cameras. I have my head down the entire time. I had an issue going on. And he's like, really, what issue could you have, that would make you skip class? And I was like, it was an issue. I didn't feel good. I still don't feel good. So if you want to call my parents, go ahead and call them. But I'm not dealing with this. And that's all I said, basically. And I really just felt like absolute crap, guys. And I wasn't trying to be a jerk to him. I honestly felt like I was going to throw up. So he left me alone, and he told me that he was just going to mark me as absent. He's going to mark it as a skip class, and he's going to email my mom. And I really didn't care because my mom already knew the day before that I wasn't really feeling good. Because I pull out my phone in the lunch line, and I was like, Mom, I don't feel good. I missed science. I slept through science. And she's like, oh, okay. We'll talk about it later. So he emailed my mom, and I get home, and and she reads me the email that she sent her. And you want to know what this guy says? He goes, dear parent or guardian of your son skipped earth science today, and the reason being for that is he wanted to stay in the cafeteria with his friends to talk and have a lunch early. And when I saw this, guys, I freaked out. I was like, are you serious? This guy's lying because I just told you what happened. This is the honest truth. I went to the cafeteria by myself during passing time and fell asleep at a table because I felt like throwing up and I had a headache. So I went to class the next day and I was pissed. I was like, excuse me, and I call over my co-teacher and my normal teacher, and they're both like, so you have two attentions to make up with us. And before they could even finish their sentences, I'm like, I'm not attending a punishment for this. He's like, you have bad action. He said you have bad actions that have bad consequences, and skipping class to hang out with your friends is bad. And that's why I interrupted him. And I said, I did not skip class to hang out with my friends. We can go to the office right now. We can check the camera footage because I was down there with my head down for literally 30 minutes. I did not try to skip class. It was accidental, and I didn't feel good. He's like, you didn't feel good? I was like, yeah. And he was like, what I told you about skipping yesterday. He's like, well, skipping class is bad. You still have to owe us the detention. I was like, I'm not coming to your detention. You can write me up. You can give me suspension. I'm not going to do that. That's not fair. That, like, I see people every day, guys, skipping class, and they never get into trouble. So I'm like, no. So I looked up on my phone. I called my mom with my two teachers standing there, and I put her on speaker, and the whole class is basically listening at this point. And I was like, look, mom. I was like, look, mom, and she's like, what's going on? I was like, can you tell them right now that I didn't feel good because they completely lied to you and you know that. And my mom was like, yeah, he didn't feel good. He called me basically right after it happened and said that you know the whole thing was just a big misunderstanding. And at that point, they pulled me into the hallway and they told me, all right, don't let this happen again. We're going to appeal the detentions. We're going to rip up the referral. You're not going to get in trouble. I'll let this slide, but never will I let this slide again. After this, what? After that, I said, all right, man, and we went back to class, and that was over. It really made me mad, guys. Like, straight up. It was like a big drama scene, but I don't really know. It makes me mad. I didn't deserve detention for that. That's why I fought it. So, you know, it was just kind of, that was kind of the story. If you guys have enjoyed, if you did enjoy, leave a like. Once again, thank you for all the likes on yesterday's video. That was insane. I'm not even going to set a goal for this video. Let's see how many likes we can go for. But leave a comment too. I want to know if you guys have ever got cut skipping class before. I'm out. Peace.
Going on the road, now we gotta go back to the show. Oh, now you on the road, now we gotta go back to the show. Oh.